you have had some time and you wanted to save some data in some kind of folder, and that folder relies on some other drive which is totally full. So something like you have an SSD, and the SSD is having your home directory, and you are having multiple hard disks which are having the data, but the problem is like you have to basically store it in SSD because the program basically only allows you to access via the home directory. So for example, we can say Genymotion. Like Genymotion is a Android. You can say like it gives you some images of Android x86, and it runs on VirtualBox and it manages everything and makes it all nice, right? So that thing only stores the Genymotion, that virtual machine images in Genimobile/Genymotion. So what happens is, if you have Genymotion, you are running out of space in home directory, then you are not running out of space in another disk like somewhere mounted. You will be having a pretty hard time. Like you can't just move all the files from home directory to there. Like you could move that, but sometimes you may have to have those files there. So this tutorial will help you to fix that issue. So let's start, right? So OBS Studio, I'm just going to minimize that. So what I was saying is, if you go to Jenny Mobile, you can actually see there's Genymotion, and here the deployed OVs and everything is kept. But this thing will become really heavy, like around 13-14 GBs. So what you can do is you can just map this thing to some other drive. So let's start Genymotion. So this is Genymotion. Let's try to install a phone. So it is just downloading that. We'll be waiting till it downloads. So see, like in my SSD, how much space do I have? I do have 37 GB available. So what happens is, this thing does work like in my SSD, but I don't want 37 GB to go. So I have to move this thing to somewhere else. That is the whole idea. Checking file integrity, checking device. Basically what it is doing is, it is just importing the OVA to VirtualBox. If I just open this thing, you could now see there's a form like let's just start this thing, like, so it just starts this thing, like, and yeah, you can see all the D messages and kernel messages. But the thing is, the cool thing is, I don't know how this thing works, like this GUI connection to that thing. So this is an SSD, so that is expected, like really fast, right? So yeah, we are on Android, perfect. So yeah, the thing is, now how much space are we using? That's the question, right? So df minus h, earlier it was 37, so 1 GB, around 1 GB is gone. So let's try what is the real deal like. So 1.2 GB, I mean, this is not 1000 shit, like it is totally 1024. So 1024 multiplied by 1.2, you will get the MBs. When you are seeing this G, right, in Linux, this means like it is saying the GIV. When it is saying GB, then it's saying the GB itself. So that will be a multiple of 100,000. Yeah. More, right? Anyway, So the main mission is to move this thing somewhere and still have this thing work. So let's try it. So to move this there, I do have a place for it. So that is, I will do all thing GUI just so that people can follow. Anyone who can't follow that in like who want to have this in Cly, then they can basically try it. Like, you know, they can basically try to read whichever directory I am in and go to cd that, those kind of stuff. So this thing is a RAID array. I don't know why it's taking so much time, as it's a RAID array. Anyway, maybe this is sleeping, right? So here I do have some folders. So here I can create like Jenny motion, or maybe not. Like let's move this. Let's move this thing here. So that didn't move. That did copy. So let's delete this thing. Oh, let's not delete the whole thing. Let's delete the whole things inside. So now you can kind of see that the disk usage has gone to 4 KBs. So that is actually the block size. That is actually the block size. So block size means like it is a minimum size on disk. Like it has to at least use one block. So that is 4 KB is used, right? So 100 KB it is now using. So you can see like I did. Let's open the other terminal. Also this terminal. Yes, this terminal, right? So it was 1.2 GB. Now it's reduced to 100 KB. So I have really deleted that. Like, no, I'm not kidding. Now what we can do is we can do two things. One thing doesn't work, but that thing actually works sometimes. Like it works when the thing is not following some like what do you call symlink. So symbolic links, right? When it's not following symbolic links, what you can use is ln minus s. So that will be like a soft link, I guess, or symbolic. I don't know. Like ln minus s, not ls. ln minus s slash mnd slash build slash temp slash genymotion. Let's delete this. Like let's delete that. And let's say like home directory slash dot genymobile slash genymotion. So you can kind of see that it did appear here, but I don't think I can start it in. Okay, so it is saying that it's starting, but will it start? Let's open VirtualBox and check. So yes, it did start. So this thing actually works with symlinks also. So that is one way of doing it. Sometimes you might get trouble when you're doing this thing. You might not, it might not work. So in that case, you can use mount. So mount is something like it is a file system mount command of Linux. So what it does is it basically mounts file systems normally file systems to particular directories. So that file system can be a block device like something in dev slash dev slash, or what you have is you can mount RAM. This basically is tempfs. You can mount like dev and those kind of things. Like those are mounted in booting process, but mainly you use it for disk mounting. So that, and in another video I'll be saying how to use udisk to basically bypass all the password prompts for mounting. The thing is it is already used by file managers, so you may see like it's not asking for password, right? So Android is fully functional. First time you can see that it did take a hell lot of time. This is running from RAID instead of SSD, and this RAID does have only 2 members, so it is not like a very fast RAID. So that is actually hardest. So let's turn off that and let's go with the second. So let's delete this. You can see that it didn't delete this, like it is still there. So another way is to mount. So for this you need root privileges. I will say how to not use root privileges with the p root, but until then you have to use mount. So mount -- bind, and this will be source destination like this. So let's say this thing, and it should have the mount point. So the problem is, like, I can't just say this and have no directory. So if I press enter here, what will happen is, first of all I need root, so sudo, but you can see the mount point doesn't exist. So for that, what I will do is I will just F2, copy, new folder, paste, enter. So that was really fast, right? So mount point again doesn't exist for some reason. Oh shit, right? Anyway, you got the point. Like, it doesn't work without this, right? You can try it, I guess. Okay, perfect. So now we do have this thing. Everything is working fine, and for the gist of it, you can see that the free space here will mention 301 GBs, and here also mentioned 301 GBs. So you can see that this thing is actually this, right? It is mounted there. So yeah, coming out you can see 30 GB. Coming in you can see 301 GB. So yeah, perfect, right? So now does the Genie motion start? Let's try.
Something's gonna bring the change. Journeys we are meant to take. Something at
Okay.
the edge of space.
Okay, yes, perfect. So here it is actually loaded from a HDD, but the thing is RAM cache. I do have 32 gigs of RAM, so it will be caching. You can see, like, I do have 32 gigs of RAM, and if I do help, then you can see like all the yellows are cached. So this whole thing is a cache. It's a big cache, right? And it can cache the whole operating system if it wants. Perfect, right? Anyway, perfect. So now you know 2 ways to do this. So let's open Kate and list the 2 ways, right? So one way is to ln. So this thing only works with file, like ln. Source file, then destination file. Then if you want to link directories, then you do symbolic link. The other one is hard link, src and destination. Okay, so here the destination doesn't want to exist, it will create the destination. The next one is mount. So mount, you will do bind, then source destination, and here the destination shouldn't exist. So what I can do is put hash in. Destination should not, it should exist. If you are having mounts inside it, then you can do is mount rbind. So this is recursive bind, src, and destination. So this also does need destination should exist. So that's it. Perfect, right? You can use these commands and basically have anything on any disk, and yeah, you can use it, right? So next thing you can do is, this is a bonus. You can actually add these things in FS tab. So if I do nano slash etc slash FS tab, you can see that I do have so many things listed here. So one thing you can see is um, this is the disk. This is a MD slash build, right? This is mounted, but here you can see that this thing, this build slash object directory, is in the build itself. So that thing is in this disk, and it is mounted to slash home slash object because it should be home directory, right? So this thing actually happens like none defaults bind. So that means none means you have to look at the top here. There's a type. Type is, you can say like ext4, like whatever, right? So none means it is saying no type. It's not a disk. It should mount with default options, and with default option it has to also add that this is the bind option. And dump and pass, I don't know, like no one cares about this. Here you can see like auto, so that basically means like, I don't know the file system, you just take care of the file system. It's that. So I guess this is perfect, right? Okay. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you like, share this with your friends, because so many people are having this issue. And also, please subscribe. Like, it's just a second. Like, just go down, click subscribe, click the notification bell icon. Like, yeah, why not, right? I just make videos about Linux. Maybe after some time Windows is always random. So yeah, random, guys.